Okay, so today we're going to answer one of the big questions that constantly get asked, I think for both of us.
Yep.
And that's what's more important with your connections on LinkedIn? Is it more important to have a really big network so that all of your messages reach a very wide audience, or is it more important to have a small network that's very, very focused?
I get that question all the time, and it is a great question. Is it quality? Is it quantity? Yeah.
Let's give it a go. Well, Graham?
You can call me whatever you like, Mark. Graham Hawkins from Sales Tribe, Mark McGuinness from Sales ITV.
That's right.
And mate, I'm delighted to be here in Sydney today with you guys. And yeah, I get that question all the time. Graham, you've got a big network. What's your philosophy? What's your connection strategy?
Yeah, and what I like is that we've both got very different strategies.
Very different.
But at the same time, I think we're pretty successful, if I don't mind, you don't mind me saying. So, so Graham, just how much of your business now is being driven through social?
Oh, look, I would say 90%. And
big numbers.
I'm pushing out a lot of content, as you know, on LinkedIn. I get 97% of my web traffic to my website from LinkedIn connections or from LinkedIn activity. And wherever possible, Mark, if the person that's engaging with my content is in my target addressable market, that is sales enablement, sales effectiveness, sales director, salesperson, I will then try and engage that person and make them part of my first level connections. So I do a lot of content, you know, to bait the hook, if you like, and then I draw people to my website and to my content, and I'll connect with them on LinkedIn. So I would say about 90%.
Well, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm probably running about 75% of my business comes through LinkedIn, and what I find is really interesting is that even though I get so much activity or so much business through LinkedIn, not all of that business is around social selling. Quite a lot of it is actually traditional face-to-face selling skills, that sort of thing, but it's supported through the LinkedIn message.
Taking the online offline. Yes.
Correct, yeah, important.
Yep.
So we've got very different strategies. Yours is very wide.
Yep.
Mine's let's connect with narrow focus, you know, just APAC, mostly the eastern states of Australia and a little bit of New Zealand.
Yep.
Sales leaders in the B2B space. So let's put some numbers around this. How many connections would you have at the moment?
I've got about 22,000 connections. And my strategy, as you said before, is different because I've written books. I like to sell books to people who are interested. So I started out originally with Sales Tribe being an Australian-based company, but very quickly I realised that actually my audience is now a global one. And so people are buying my books. They're coming to Sales Tribe from all parts of the world. So my philosophy is, far and wide, as opposed to yours.
Which is narrow and very, very targeted.
Yep.
So clearly, you've got a very clear strategy.
Yep.
And I have a very clear strategy.
Yep.
So what do you think the takeaway might be for our friends today?
The takeaway is effectively that it's individual products, individual industries, individual categories. There is no right or wrong. It comes down to what suits your target audience and your unique promise of value. I'm very clear about my unique promise of value and my target audience. And so if it's a global audience, then I connect with everybody I can. If you're focusing, as you said, on Australia, New Zealand or your particular market, then that'll work fine too.
Our screen's just gone out.
There you go. Not that it matters.
Not that it matters. So I think the key takeaway is have a connection strategy. Don't just connect with everybody and don't connect with no one.
No. Correct. I agree. Totally. 100%.
Thanks very much. Thanks for watching.
Bye for now.